find really demoralising with this is having to take huge steps back because something wants doing differently, whatever. Now, I've cut a couple of things today. I've got this ready for this piece here, which is part of me worktop. But really, that's all. That is all I've done that's new. Because what I had to do is replace this. The old bit is down there. Notice where the hole is for the double socket. So I'll move the double socket under where the microwave is going to be, microwave compartment, and I'm having a single socket here that'll be, I think it's a good idea just to have a single extension down to the 16 amp socket, which will be down here. Just for times where I need a bit more power cooking, whatever. But anyway, after a lot of work getting that in position, because it is a pig to fit, I'm now back to where I was pretty much this morning. Still got that to put back on. It goes under here. I don't think that's too bad to fit, but at least I've got that done. I'm really wanting to test me 240 volt electrics out, which is why I wanted to get this panel sorted out, get the twin socket hole moved, get that fitted as soon as possible. The next thing is my other socket, which is going to be down here, so I need to get this panel sorted. I've just been working on that. So I've got this cup, got the whole cup. It fits nice. So I'm just going to drill the holes and get it fitted in. So I'm had a busy day cutting. I haven't done all these today, but I've done a few of them. I've got half a dozen here. This bit wants supporting. It's all cut finish, it just wants supporting with 2020 underneath, and I'm finishing off fitting. This bit to finish off. Trimming, that's made a right mess of it. I'm taking a few millimetres off, but whether there's something wrong with my blade on, I don't know, but it's made a real mess of the bottom edge. I'll just fill it with something. It's going to get covered with vinyl anyway. So I've made up a much longer wire for me shore power. Thread it through. Just what's connecting in here. I've already connected it here. Got this wire up. That's it. That's that in. Just got to put this in place, which is actually easier said than done. And lo and behold, I managed it one-handed. Settled them. And now I'm going to attempt to put a wire through for my 6 amp double socket. Oh dear, I've got to wire it up first. So I managed to get this 6 amp cable through, or get the cable from my 6 amp double socket. I'll be putting that, I think, through this bit. I've got 1 or 2 sharp, I'm going to be putting conduit around it, but to be honest, I've got 1 or 2 sharp edges that I want to deal with. That oblong one there inside is one particular that'll be a bit tight round these two. This bit in the foreground as well, so I'll be putting some round each of those, and then the rest of it is really 1 grommet down here to put in. Probably put a tie wrap up to this hole. I've got to connect it up. I'm doing the sharp edges with this stuff. It's automotive edging. You'll see if you're ever coming out to doing this for yourself, but you need to leave a lot of earth wire exposed to get it right and down onto the bus bar up there. We're all finished. So I ain't got much done today, but I had to take another step back. I had to have this panel off the front of the lounge seat because I realised I need access to work on that if anything went wrong with it. I couldn't possibly work on it from top, so I needed to split it. And have a removable panel here, which I've done. But what I've also done today is make this cable and plug on it up into the galley. And this is going to be just an occasional extension for when I need more cooking things connecting up. Like I'm thinking, because I've got no gas, I'm not using gas in this build. I'll be likely to be using an air fryer, probably microwave, and a single ring induction stove. I really need a bit more than that twin 6 amp socket anyway, and since that connects up to a 16 amp, it gives me a lot more options. But I mean, it still might possibly overpower a caravan site's 16 amp supply. It might well do, I don't know. We'll see eventually, I suppose. So I'll be sorting all these sharp edges out with automotive edging. I'll just put a little bit more on here probably. But down here, up here, and here. It's easier just to take a small bit, maybe that long, just bits at a time, to make it easier to actually put in place. Just got to put an awkward bit in, single-handed, to show. When you get the knife, it's actually pretty easy to put in this. There, straight in, a little shove round corner. That's not going very easily, but it will. That's better. Gone. Need a bit more up there, really. It's quite easy once you get hang of it. So I'm using cut a bit on this to cut this stuff, and there's actually a technique to it. I've struggled a bit sometimes. It's quite easy. You just snip it and then pull it outwards that way, it's straight out. Easy. So my shower room has been giving me a couple of headaches. I'd like to fit a sink in here, but it's not a big area. The toilet will be out this way, with the front of the toilet down here. So we're not wanting to get too technical, we're being sat outside, you don't want something stuck in your back here. But I would like to put a sink in here as well. And I'm thinking using this recess for the front bit of the window would be a good idea. It's just a case of finding a sink small enough. I'm just going to have to search a bit more, get a really tiny one if I can. Also, I was bothered about this wall on the shower just being completely flat up to the doorway, which might not be a problem, but I really want to put a lip out here, and I was thinking about doing it with aluminium angle, one piece of aluminium angle, which would have been about 40 quid. And really it's a bit too much, so I had an idea of getting these steel brackets. I've got 4 of these. I just fasten them to wood and have a piece of 9mm plywood down this face, which I think is the best idea. If I put it up to there, it covers all the edge of that wood up. So I had thought about having a tambour door for the shower, which would have been very expensive. Even making the slatted door port up myself, it would still have been, I'm guessing, about 150 quid maybe. I don't know, it'd been expensive. So I had an idea. So these on eBay, a curved shower rail. Now, it's not as curved as I thought it was going to be. Another downside is it's extendable with a small piece inside, which unfortunately means it's got 2 size brackets. So I've got to cut it down and just use the thick piece. Now I thought with the price of tambour doors, it wouldn't be that much actually to buy 2 of these. So that's what I've ended up doing. So this was only £19.85, so I bought 2 of these. So I've got 2 of the correct size brackets, and actually 2 of the smaller tubes, and 2 smaller brackets. So what I think I want to do is have an inner curtain that's waterproof going inside the shower, up to maybe this sort of point here, and an outer curtain, privacy curtain, coming right around the outside, which would actually be over the bed. But I mean, when you're using shower, it don't matter. It's, I mean, the bed's not going to be down. So that way I can utilise both of the shower rails. I've got room to fix them both up on these two here. So I think that's a good way forward. That's the way I've ended up deciding to do it. So that's the end of another day's work. Not a lot to see. I've cut that down so that now moves properly, bed can come down properly. That is all prepared, ready to be fastened down. I'm just waiting for some more fasteners to be delivered. I'll put conduit around the cables, although the conduit were a bit small, but it still does its job. Also got this twin socket fitted, just got a single one to fit here. And then I'll have the big electric switch on. So obviously put the stripes on the wire leg. The next thing is just putting a bit down sides. It's no good looking completely white all that side. I don't want it to look completely like a commercial vehicle. I want it to look a bit like a camper. So it needs a bit of tarting up. They've gone on quite well. I put them on wet, they've gone on pretty well actually. I've sprayed on the side of these with soapy water, but I'm having a little bit more difficulty than I had with the other side. Not only that, I don't think I put them very straight, but I'm committed to it, so that's it. If it's that bad, I'll just start another set of stripes and put them on again. It's not hard, it tells you to do it, but just hold on to it. Well, they're on, but they're not as straight as I like. I'll have to see if they stay here or not. If this works, I'll stand there hanging, but I'll actually turn them all off and put them all back on. If they stay still, it'll be a miracle. A bit straighter, still a bit wonky. I'll put them off again, I'm on for the third time, now they're straight. Just got a few bubbles from over there before. Yeah, just straighten these plug socket holes up. See, they're a little bit wonky. This one is, I bought this little socket for it, and it's a bit awkward with the screw holes are so close. But I defy anyone to be able to cut a hole in a piece of wood accurate enough to go round all this and just get those, leave enough space to drill holes. It's virtually impossible. I had to make this bit up. That goes there. Basically latches behind the wood like that to fasten, just to pull it together. So I'm finally ready to fit it. Let's have a look. So I had to slacken screw off to leave a bit more clearance. That's it. Now let's get it tightened up now. All done. And now I can get on with the job I wanted to do, which is fit the worktop and the kitchen sink into it. So I'm just offering my new sink up, which is going to be much easier to fit than the previous one. It will fit without any problems, hopefully. It has already occurred to me that since the bathroom, shower, toilet cubicle is only there, kitchen sink's only there, do I really need a sink in shower cubicle? Well, maybe not, but I prefer one there. So as you can see, I've stuck masking tape around the bottom edge of the sink in order to draw the lines on for a fairly accurate cut. I don't curves by hand, it should be reasonably okay, fingers crossed. So just getting ready for the big switch on, and I realised this wouldn't go, and it's because that's supposed to be all the way up, so that this cap will go in that recess. So I'm just going to flick it over. Better. Slightly nervous moment, let's see what happens. Everything's alright, is that moving? Yes! Fantastic. So I've got it cut, tap holes drilled. I've marked around the edge of the outside where the sink unit falls. I'm just going to put a bead of this stuff, just regular sealant, around it and then fasten it in. So after 6 months of owning the van, today has definitely been my biggest breakthrough day. The big electric switch on earlier on, fitted this. It's now permanently fitted. The worktop, that's not permanently fitted yet, it needs a bit more. The sink is permanently fitted, but the taps aren't. The threads are too short underneath, which is really incredibly annoying, so I'm going to have to do some work on underneath the worktop to get them to fit, but otherwise really good day. So I had a late start today. I haven't done very much. Weather's not been fantastic, I just didn't feel like it, so one of them days. I'd put these in a few weeks ago to strengthen up the walls of my shower, and I've been putting the job off a bit, but I've actually fastened them today. It's made a big difference, a lot firmer. And also I just put this one piece in here behind the bed. I'm going to put another piece here. This will have one big bit here that overlaps down to this sort of point. But the thing about getting this done, and next one when I've done that bit, is I can start applying vinyl. Bear in mind there'll be about 5 inches of foam or cushions, whatever it is I settle on for my bed. It's going to come up to about here, so it's going to cover all this up. But yeah, all that in vinyl, probably 2 different types. And these are the vinyls I've got because of a mistake by a courier. With the blessing of the seller, I actually got this for nothing. This was from the same seller which I paid for. That was 30 quid. So I don't know what that would have been worth. Probably about the same. I'm not actually wild about this, but I'm sure I found a used fit, and I've got this one as well. So putting some of them in as soon as possible. So after some really crappy weather, it's much nicer today. There are 3 things I want to get done on the van if I can today. I'm going to fasten this little corner piece down. It's only a case of fit a short strip of 2020 under here and then drilling through it, holding it down to that. Next thing is I've actually got a seat unit. I found a small seat unit, 20 centimetres in diameter. So I'm going to cut a piece of the same material because I want some consistency in the way the van looks. I'm going to cut it out and I've cut this. A base unit for it in this corner, and I want to get that cut today at least. The seat unit is actually being delivered today, as well as some fittings, so there's the slightest possibility I might actually get it fitted today, and we'll see. But the other thing I want to get done is I want a piece on here which I've not yet cut, and I can get on with vinyl. That's that drilled, countersunk. Just got to cut it to length, and it's an easy fit. So I've got this cut. This should be a really easy fix. Needs to go there, and then screw into thing from underneath. So let's see 2 panels at it. Not actually out it, shelled out it behind the bed, this window area. So I'll put a ribbon under here. I'll wait till I actually get the sink, so it's not come yet. Look at the curvature of the thing, try and get that to match the curvature of the sink. But I'm quite happy with the way that's looking. So 9:30 at night, I suddenly got the urge to try putting some vinyl on. I had this panel out at van because it made it easier having removed a couple of panels to put the bathroom sink unit in earlier on. So it was the perfect time to take this out and have a go. Now, because of undulations in the wood, everything shows under the vinyl. All you could do with having a better go at taking this out. I mean, it's only dried up paint. If I can get that off, it'd be a lot better, because otherwise it's going to show underneath, and all these lot around edges are going to show underneath as well. But this bit is only for behind bed, so it's only going to be seen when the bed's actually down, so it's a good bit to practice on to start with. been on about leather all day, so I've got very little done, but I've put this back in position and it don't look too bad, but it's really not very good adhesive. It don't go around corners very well, it don't go on edges very well, so I'm just gonna have to, when I put subsequent pieces on, I'm just gonna have to cut them actually to the edge and then maybe stain the edges, something like that. The only other thing I worked on today is put a bit more graphics on, and my channel needs a bit of advertising, so there you go. Try to take no notice of the fact that the two reds don't match.